My guy opens doors for me. Like he's a good Kentucky boy. Yeah, man. Loves his mother. Like I had a list of non-negotiables when I met my guy because I learned to love myself. No, I mean, I wish him well in his life. I remember before I walked away, I was just like, you should stop marrying people. You're not good at it. And he's like, I totally agree. I'm not a good husband. And boy, did he just jump right back into that. I wish you all luck. Have a fantastic life far away from me. Okay. My husband is 6'6". He says I say 6'7" because every time we go to Home Depot, he's over the thing, on the door, it has the how tall you are. He is amazing. We are best friends. We laugh all the time. He is unbelievable. Like the guy, he went and lived 72 days in the woods in Maine, like to learn outdoorsman skills. Like this guy can build us a hut and we could live in the national forest without electricity or anything. And I know that I will be fed, sheltered, and fine. He's awesome. I love exploring everything with him. I love feeling in tune with the earth. Like at night, we live in dark skies, so I see the entire Milky Way. We can see northern lights here. Like it's very spiritual without being preachy. 2004 in New York, there was a great power outage of like 4 states. And I'll never forget standing in Times Square, looking up and seeing the Milky Way and being like, what the, like, what is that? Things about my husband is we are incredibly alike. He's very in tune with the fact that I'm trusting and want to help people, and he's better at sussing out whether or not someone's going to hurt me or use me. So I need that in someone where he's like, hey, no with that, no with that. He's supportive of me. He doesn't like put me down. Like we just hit 7 years together. There's no itch. It is all good. Is good. And we're the same age, so I learned there too. Yeah, he turns 40 in April. I turned 40 in August, and it's really helpful to keep the decorations for our birthdays just a few months, because then he could reuse it for me. For years, I felt that I had to be that alpha female. I had to be in charge. Men were beneath me, all this stuff. And now I have such a strong alpha male. I learned an alpha female doesn't have to emasculate and smash a man to feel good about myself. I am allowed to reign as queen, and he's king. And it's good. Like he's my Khal Drogo of the forest, I call it. And I realized when it boils down to it, women will say, oh, we want this and we want to be in charge. But when we watch like romances and all this stuff, what are we always looking for? What are we always like, oh, that's the one. It's always the alpha, but the one who's not a dick. I think my biggest regret about top model, what would that be? Getting as mad as I did that things didn't pan out the way they were supposed to. I would have handled that differently. I mean, I was like so angry at Tyra Banks. I'll never forget the day I just went off the deep end is when they basically questioned my work ethic, and no one in my life, no one from the show that saw me work, like I'm the chick that dragged myself out of the hospital to go to elimination. So when they questioned my work ethic, having 2 factory working parents, growing up blue collar, I responded in the singularly most immature and disgusting fashion ever because I was hurt, and hurt people hurt people. So what did I do? I said, Tyra Banks, you're fat. And so I look back and I'm like, really? Like one of the most gorgeous women in the world with a nice ass and boobs. That's where I went. But it is where I went because I was mentally undeveloped. Now I'd just be like,
Yeah.
And that's it. I would still do it. I certainly wouldn't have gotten married when I did, because I have self-worth and I value myself now, and I know
You were young.
how to love myself. And when you love yourself, you won't settle for someone who doesn't love you too. So that probably wouldn't have happened. But I mean, I'm glad it all happened because it led me where I am today. I'm very happy. I have an amazing husband. I live in an amazing house. I got to be part of something that some people just wish to. And I got to learn that, you know what? Grass is always greener. It's not that gray here in LA. I'm out. No one would know who I am if I had not won the first season of Top Model. So there is no denying of that. It opened doors and slammed others. It's certainly not a show that anyone in the fashion industry wants to touch you if you've been on it. And season one, you don't know that. That we knew as much as Kelly Clarkson knew going into American Idol. Like, it wasn't a thing yet, these competition shows, but it led me to where I am today, and all the mistakes and all the humiliations. And I mean, what regret I have at how stupid I've been on TV. Because like, I look back and I'm like, I don't want to look at any of that. I don't even want to think about it. But I grew up on TV, and it was a late bloomer grow up, because during my teens I was doing drugs. So when I went on Top Model, I might as well have been 13 years old mentally. And when I got married, I was probably 15. And now I feel like I'm a bloomed woman, and I can look back and I'm like, what are you going to do? Like, it's there.